interesting year last year. Everyone had to get digital cable, right? I went ahead and did it. And I got HBO with it. They convinced me to do that. So they've been showing the Transformers movie a lot, and I knew there was a second one coming out, so I thought I ought to watch the first one. I didn't know anybody that was in that Transformers movie other than Optimus Prime, right? 5 minutes into it comes the hottest girl I've ever seen in my life. As it turns out, it's Megan Fox, but I didn't know that, right? So I thought I'd hit the info button to see what her name was. It's supposed to tell you the two main characters. Hit the info button. The two names that come up are Shia LaBeouf and Tyrese Gibson. So I got on the phone with my friend. I'm like, hey, that Transformers movie in that bad, and oh my gosh, how hot is Shia LaBeouf? He's like, Shia LaBeouf's a dude, you're gay, right? Which is a cute story, but for my birthday, he got me 3 Shia LaBeouf posters and a copy of the new Indiana Jones movie. This is the same friend who is dating 2 girls at once, and I'm incredibly jealous. Not that he's dating 2 girls at the same time, but he is spending all his time with them and none with me. The guy code prevents you from saying anything, but like once a week I'll get a text message from him that says, hey, if anybody asks, I'm with you. I'll respond back, I wish that were true, I miss you. I don't know like how he meets women. He smokes weed all the time. Like that's all he does. And he has convinced me that weed should be legalized. Like, I don't smoke it, but fine, whatever. But the argument people make for weed not being legal is a ridiculous argument. It's that weed is a feeder drug. What that means is it leads to you doing other drugs. For example, you go up to your pot dealer like, hey, I want some weed. He's like, I don't have any. How about some heroin? And you're just going to say yes. Now, I don't know if you know the pot smokers I know, but they usually have just enough money for weed, right? Like, any extra money is for Doritos, as far as I can tell. Interesting time to be living in. I had to drive up here. My parents had to meet me halfway. My car broke down. My dad has a brand new car that has a DVD player in it. Like, why didn't they have that crap when I was a kid, you know? Because the kids have it so much easier nowadays when they travel compared to us growing up, right? Because they have DVD players and PSPs and Game Boys and iPods and XM and Series and all this stuff. Not only the stuff we had to do to pass the time growing up on family road trips, driving 9 hours to Myrtle Beach, right? Like, you had to count license plates or play I Spy. That stupid game you play when you pull up to a tunnel. Hold your breath, right? I had to go visit relatives in New York City. I lost a sister because of that game. My dad's accent was pretty cool. It hit me. His generation of music was the greatest generation of music of all time. You know, he had Led Zeppelin, The Who, The Beatles, Elton John, Billy Joel, The Beach Boys, all these great bands, right? And they're still out touring 30 and 40 in the case of the Rolling Stones 50 years after their first hit. No one from my generation is going to have that option. No one's going to go watch a fat 60-year-old usher singing Making Love in This Club. Or little John Eastside Boys at 75 going, oh, skeet, skeet, mofo. No one's going to go watch that. You can't bring sexy back in Depends. It doesn't work that way. You know what else technology ticks me off? Like, Dora the Explorer. She needs to go. I can't stand her. First of all, I don't have time to look for stuff at your show, all right? Second of all, she's teaching kids Spanish and doing it properly. You know what cartoon taught me Spanish growing up? Speedy Gonzales, the fastest man in all of Mexico, right? What a racist cartoon that was. His cousin Slowpoke Rodriguez was drunk on tequila 24/7. And the way Speedy's running around, I don't think he's from Mexico. I want to say Colombia. Holy crap, the guy never stopped. That's a cocaine joke, sir. Did you get that? Funnier than coked up mouse. TV commercials are just as stupid. They make us look like terrible parents. The OnStar commercials. Hello, OnStar. I locked my keys in the car, and my 2-month-old son's in the car with them. How about the OnStar person, instead of unlocking the car, calls a social worker and a cop because you're a terrible parent? How about that? Without a doubt, though, the dumbest commercial of all time is a tampon commercial of this guy and this girl out fishing on a boat, and the boat springs a leak. So the girl grabs the tampon from her purse and sticks it in the hole in the boat. The boat stops leaking. Ladies, if you need a tampon that can keep a boat from leaking, you have much bigger issues than a leaking boat.